We're supposed to hit something else too. Right here. There we go. Mm-hmm. Hey everybody, we are back and I got some news. So after the last 2 lives I did, called like Live with Luna or something like that, well, they apparently did super well, especially the last one. And so now my producers have come up with a name for the show. So if you're confused about the episodes and all that, why they keep changing, and based on those videos, the new name of the show is Thirst Trap News, because I am told that the cleavage is very much appreciated. Anyway, if you don't know anything about me, I'm a former model, vet tech, and congressional candidate here in Florida. I'm a mom of 3 beautiful children. I'm a singer, and my day job, unlike Ocasio-Cortez, I'm actually, a blue-collar worker. I am a hairdresser during the day. And I also hold a BA of psychology, and I'm certified in children's rights and neuroscience. So on today's menu, we have NPR gets grilled for being woke liars. Which side is the mean side? Difference between the left and right. Go woke, go broke. Netflix be getting fucked. Callie is getting mentally sicker and more dumberest. Why do the Dems have the government shut down exactly? And we have Taylor Swift's boner song. Lastly, we're going to showcase a new breakthrough musical artist that I'm sure is going to suck, and I feel baited by my producer. All right. So I hope you guys have had a good week. I hope you enjoyed the last couple episodes. At the end, we're going to have some laughs. We're going to have some laughs through the whole thing. I'm pretty blunt. Anything hurtful I say is probably done in sarcasm. Little bit. Anyway, we're going to jump right to the first video. So hang on. It is loading. This is going to be representative.
Do you believe that America is addicted to white supremacy?
I believe that I tweeted that, and as I've said earlier, I believe much of my thinking has evolved over the last half decade.
It has evolved. Why did you tweet that?
I don't recall the exact context, sir, so I wouldn't be able to say.
Okay. Do you believe that America believes in black plunder and white democracy?
I don't believe that, sir.
You tweeted that in reference to a book you were reading at the time, apparently, The Case for Reparations.
I don't think I've ever read that book, sir.
You tweeted about it. You said you took a day off to fully read The Case for Reparations. You put that on Twitter in January of 2020.
Apologies, I don't recall that I did.
Okay.
I've no doubt that your tweet there is correct, but I don't recall that.
Okay. Do you believe that white people inherently feel superior to other races?
Because if you don't recall, you didn't do it.
I do not.
You don't. You tweeted something to that effect. You said, I grew up feeling superior. Ha, how white of me. Why did you tweet that?
I think
because she's proud of it.
I think I was probably reflecting on what it was to grow up in an environment where I had lots of advantages.
It sounds like you're saying that white people feel superior.
I don't believe that anybody feels that
She does.
way, sir. I was just reflecting on my own experiences.
Do you think that white people should pay reparations?
I've never said that, sir.
Yes, you did. You said it.
First of all, can I just say I love how chill he is? He's just like so calm. He's just like, I already know. I've already got you. So there's just really no reason for me to get all emotional like Pocahontas does. That woman pops her eyeballs.
Said it in January of 2020. You tweeted, yes, the North, yes, all of us, yes, America, yes, our original collective sin and unpaid debt, yes, reparations, yes, on this day.
I don't believe that was a reference to fiscal reparations, sir.
The fuck are fiscal reparations?
What kind of reparations was it a reference to?
I think it was just a reference to the idea that we all owe much to the people who came before us.
That's a
So we can say thank you and share a beer.
bizarre way to frame what you tweeted. Do you believe that America is a...
folks, you know what I find funny? They always default to I don't recall. Like somewhere they think that I don't recall means it didn't happen. And she just like didn't even know what to say. If it were me, I would have been like, yep, I totally said that. And if my mind changed, I would have just been like, yeah, I used to think that and now I don't. So you're right. All those things I said happened. But, you know, I've been redeemed and I found the Lord. All right. This guy, though, Gil, I think his first name's Brandon. You guys should really follow him. He is sharp as a tack and, you know, probably like in his 40s, maybe late 30s, early 40s. So he's definitely, you know, part of the class that's trying to remove the old guard from the Republican Party. And I love how matter of fact he is and doesn't really, you know, take the bait on getting emotional. And all his videos are that way. He's so chill. Cool as a cucumber. Okay, next video.
This man tested the difference between Democrat and Republican rallies, and the results speak for themselves.
The Trump people, you know, they just don't want to see it.
Hey, I wanted to take you over here with me to the Trump supporter side, and maybe you can show me if there is racism over here. He wants to know if he's going to be safe inside there if he goes.
Yeah, come on in, you go with us.
I will welcome you with open arms.
Hold on, a few more, I might change my mind.
You're with us, that's all that matters.
Black, white don't mean shit.
Now, I'm going to go over with the demonstrators with him, and he's going to follow me around and see if I get treated with love and tolerance.
No, fucking Nazi bitch.
Everyone can hear what you're saying. You can, bitch. That's who I'm talking to. I don't think you black.
You don't become black.
This man tested the
Okay. Can we watch it again?
difference between Democrat and Republican rallies, and the results speak for themselves.
The Trump people, you know, they just don't want to see it.
Hey, I want to
see what? What don't we want to see?
take you over here with me to the Trump supporter side, and maybe you can show me if there is racism over here. He wants to know if he's going to be safe inside there if he goes.
Yeah, come on in, you go with us.
Exactly. Oh my gosh. All right. So, I talk about this sometimes on why I don't hang out with my black family, my Democrat family, because all they spew out is hate. And all of my white side of my family is like, we'll take you in. Come on, baby. Come sit around the fire with us.
We'll welcome you with open arms.
Hold on.
Oh, and he got a hug from a hot girl. Look at that.
Oh, a few more, I might change my mind.
You're with us. That's all that matters.
See? He said, I'm going to change my mind. All it takes is said cleavage.
Black, white don't mean shit.
Now, I'm going to go over with the demonstrators with him, and he's going to follow me around and see if I get treated with love and tolerance.
No, fucking Nazi bitch.
That's the go-to. Nazis. You know, I started learning German, and I've been reading, you know, propaganda from Nazi Germany in German. And it's, you know, quite different from what we were taught in school. I'm just going to say that.
Everyone can hear what you're saying. You can, bitch. That's who I'm talking to. I don't think you become black.
You don't become black.
This man.
I just want to know who asked, how do we become black? You don't become black. So how come they can say on that side or where the Democrats are protesting that you can't become black, but you can become a different gender if you want to. But the only thing you can't do is be black. Anyway, next. This is Netflix. They lost $15 billion in the market value after a bunch of people canceled their subscription.
Developing this morning, another case of go woke, go broke, and this time Netflix feeling the heat. Over the past week, Netflix has lost $15 billion in market value after users canceled their subscriptions. Earlier this week, Elon Musk began the calls for a boycott after Netflix premiered a show called Dead End, Paranormal Park, which Musk said pushes transgender ideology. That animated series has a transgender main character and was designated as appropriate for kids as young as 7 years old. The controversial cartoon caused a firestorm online when social media influencer posting. Netflix is an activist outfit hell-bent on ideological indoctrination. As part of its fund for creative equity, it has given hundreds of thousands of dollars to the Transgender Film Center in order to bring more trans-made stories to the world.
Why? They make up 0.68% of the population. It's bullshit.
Developing this morning.
Okay. I think I was just saying this on the last live. It's always adults telling kids they're trans. Pervert much? Fucking perverts. These fucking sick fucking people, Netflix, oh, by the way, owned by Jews, constantly freaking pushing this trans agenda, gets these kids all screwed up in the head. By the time they hit preteenhood, then they go and chop and screw their body, and then they traffic them into pornography or, prostitution. And this is how they normalize it. Make it into a cartoon. It started with Billy Idol, David Bowie, Prince, and Michael Jackson. And yeah, 7-year-olds. This is disgusting. It was so inappropriate when we were growing up to, on a kid's show, even have a character even kissing. And I think this is the show that I saw a meme on the other day where there's a French kiss going on between two girls or something. And I would be just as mad if it was a boy and a girl, because I don't sit my 7-year-old down to the TV to learn how to make out. You know what I'm saying? And America spoke when they voted for MAGA. See, it was not Donald Trump that people flipped for. They flipped for his agenda because the majority of Democrat voters do not support trans ideology. I've got a cross-dressing male on my in-law side of my family. And
little girls in California are now...
And I have a cross-dresser on the other side of my family, on my mom's side of the family. And those are literally my favorite people in that side of in those sides of the family. They're so loving. They've always been there for me, no matter what my political positions are on. And they speak up and they say, no, this is disgusting. This is sick. If you want to play dress up, that's fine. Do it behind closed doors, not in front of children. But yes, as TD Bishop said in the chat, the double standard is so real. The one thing I do want to show you guys on this note, man, Netflix has no pulse on our country, on how far the average voter has moved away and much closer to center, simply because of the trans stuff. And I know, the Black and Hispanic population, they cannot stand that, and I see it predominantly amongst white people, where you see this trans stuff. I didn't say there isn't Blacks and Hispanic or whatever other color, but it's predominantly, I see white privileged kids who don't really have anything else to complain about, who need to be a victim for some reason, and usually have incredibly tolerant parents, and the only thing they can freaking pick to have a problem is the trans thing, because most people do not agree with that. The district maps, which I'm going to cover in another video, are showing in swing states how red they're turning. The country has spoken. Netflix is fucking retarded. They want to go broke, I guess, because they aren't paying attention to the actual, maybe, political demographics, seeing how much red, the silent secession that's happening across the country. People are moving away from this, and maybe they just want to go broke, or maybe their balls are being held by, Israel, since everyone in the entertainment industry is freaking dual citizenship with Israel. They clearly want our population to stop growing. Okay, he's going to play the next video, which is about California on that topic, why it's so backwards.
California are now having to fill out a mentally unstable form
Kids.
if they don't want males in their locker room during
girls.
gym, or if they don't want them in their bathroom at school.
Hold on. They just said that if a girl doesn't want a man in their bathroom or a male in their bathroom, they have to fill out a form claiming that they're mentally unstable. And that's going to follow them because that's in the schools. That's going to follow them through their life, that they're mentally unstable. So you're getting punished if you don't want to be at risk to be assaulted by a rapist who has a penis that he can, I probably can't, don't even know if I can say this word. Can you even say that word on Instagram? Penis, we can say that word? Yeah. If you don't want that around now, you are mentally unfucking stable, folks. I'll do it.
Mentally unstable form that is then passed around to other schools that can determine whether or not they are eligible to attend the school because they have a mental illness. This is fucking crazy, and if people don't see how backwards this is, I'm sorry, I saw this post by the guy that's like, ooh, do you know what day it is? Or whatever his opener is. And that is just crazy. These poor young girls in Temecula, California, wherever the fuck that is. Of course it's in California. Leave these little girls alone. The only ones with mental illnesses are the ones that are claiming they have a vagina when they have a penis. Okay? Stay out of
Well, what do you expect from Gavin Newsom and his faggot ass?
fucking girls' locker rooms. That is just... I'm beside myself right now. These poor little girls. I can't. Little girls and...
Me either. This is Newsom. This is freaking Gavin Newsom and his hair. Of course he would think you're mentally unstable for not wanting a dick around. He loves them. He thinks they're great. I'm also going to cover in another video later tonight, if you want to get back on live with me, where the money actually went. All that money they raised for the Palisades, for all those people that needed their house, they haven't gave those people a dime. That money got diverted to political activist groups and other various groups, and they want to build duplexes over the top of these people's homes, over the top of these single-family homes. Let's see in the chat. TD Bishop says, hell, I'm a guy, and I don't want guys in my bathroom. We are some nasty fuckers. Yes, we fucking are. Because you always have to worry about that one dude, the slap-ass dude. That guy that really be looking at your booty because he wants to take a bite. And then the same thing's going to occur because, I'm sorry, I don't see girls. I have never seen a girl assault another girl in the locker room, but we see men assault other men in locker rooms, and now you want to let those fuckers in the girl locker room. Okay. I think all of you need to move away from California, and if you want to come to a place where it has actual conservative values, Florida and Texas is a great start. Anyway, next video, we're going to listen to Kennedy, one of my favorite guys in the Senate. He's in the Senate, right? Yeah, he's in the Senate. I love Kennedy. He is so real, so down to earth. His speech pattern is amazing. His word choice is amazing. His accent is beautiful. I love this man so much, and hopefully one day I can meet Robert Kennedy. Okay, let's play.
Here's what they
still
want us to
working
put
on
back in.
Learning how to use a computer.
We found that under President Biden, they were spending $3 million for circumcisions and vasectomies in Zambia. We took that out. The Congresswoman says, we're going to shut down government till you put that back in. We found 500,000.
What's the news on Zambia? Did they say Zambia? Is that what they said? Zambia? Okay. Does Zambia cause any problems for anyone? No, well, then leave them alone.
$1,000.
I was going to say, if they do cause problems, that's fine. They can, what were we talking about? Castration? I was joking. Yeah. Circumcision. I was joking. Castration. No. I was kidding.
Of American taxpayer money for electric buses in Rwanda. We found
Do they have off-road tires?
$6 million for pastry cooking classes and dance focus groups for male prostitutes in Haiti. I kid you not. I'm not making this up. That was in the budget.
I would actually go to one of those male dance classes in Haiti. That would be freaking funny. I could go a little undercover. I could wear glasses with a little camera in it, and I could do some like live reporting for you guys.
Under President Biden, we took it out. Congresswoman Ocasio-Cortez in the socialist wing, the loon wing of the Democratic Party, says we're going to shut down government until you put it back in. I'll just read you a few more that we took out. They are demanding we put back in. $6 million for media organizations for the Palestinians. $833,000 for transgender people in Nepal. $300,000.
$830,000 for transgender in Nepal. Why do they give a shit about any other country's transgender shit? They don't even need that. Go over to Asia. You want to see the best ladyboys? Right there. You don't need any studies on transgenderism. I think they figured it out.
For a pride parade in Lesotho. $882,000 for social media mentorship in Serbia. $4.2 million. We took it out. The Congresswoman.
I'd be fine with $4.2 million of social media training in America, Miss Cortez. All of you, I mean, was she even born here? Was she born here? She was born here. I don't even trust that stuff anymore. I know you're not supposed to be able to run for office if you weren't born here, but I just don't trust it anymore. And she's a liar. She's wealthy. She comes from a wealthy family. She went to very elite schools. She was not no damn bartender. Look, I was polling at 40-something% when I was running as a first-time candidate, and I was an actual blue-collar worker. I did hair. You want to talk about getting into the nitty-gritty with your constituents? You know everything about everyone as a hairdresser, and they love you already, and it's so much more intimate than a bartender. So you were responsible for getting people fucked up, and you thought the next best thing would be to go run for Congress. And besides, she sounds like a friggin' airhead. She doesn't know what she's talking about. She likes to use her sentences never go anywhere. That's another thing. Like when she talks, it's like Kamala. It doesn't go anywhere.
And the socialist wing of their party says we got to put that back in for the open government.
This is destructive. This shut down government over illegals. Like if you still think our government is for the people, it's not. It is not for us. It wants to destroy the country from within because these are people that have occupied our country through government.
$4.2 million for lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgender, queer, and intersex people in the Western Balkans and Uganda.
That is a mouthful. Why do you even need all those labels? There's two genders. You're either gay or straight or both.
I could spend the rest of the afternoon here. We took out,
yeah,
and
here's I could spend the rest of the afternoon here. Yeah, I could too. She would be, comments say she'd be a solid 6 out of 10, but that mouth drop AOC is a 0.6 out of 10. I don't think she's very pretty at all, honestly. She looks like she could be an Aztec Disney character or something. Like she just has a very chiseled face. It's long. I'm not like trying to talk shit, but I do hear that a lot. Like people think she's hot, and I just don't see it. Her face is symmetrical. She's got a good Fibonacci score, which, by the way, someone just did mine. Miss Ocasio-Cortez, and my Fibonacci score is like right on the money. I think it's like 0.1 away. Okay, so let's go. I think that should get me more cred than her, just for that. Pretty privilege, you know. Okay, let's go on to the next video for you. We're going to load up Taylor Swift's new song. Have you guys heard this new song? This girl, okay, Taylor Swift I've never been a Swiftie. She, to me, looks pubescent. She's 36 years old and she still looks like underdeveloped, which is disturbing to me. And, you know, her music is all just like for little girls. But I'm going to tell you what, my attention has been brought to her new song called Wood. And if you look at these lyrics on her song, oh my gosh, she is absolutely loving Traviskelce smashing the shit out of her, which probably is hilarious because she's really long and looks like a toothpick. And I just am curious to know what that looks like. But anyway, here we go.
Knock on wood. Forgive me, it sounds cocky. Hypnotize me and open my eyes. Redwood tree, it ain't.
Well, apparently the opened her eyes to the O, which she has probably never had before. Which tells us John Mayer sucks. Wonder what he's thinking right now. Like, his ego must be untouchable right now. Like, he has the magic dick, apparently. That dick made her forget about how stupid she was. The dick, this song explains all of the other songs in the past. And all the why can't you love me and why do I have guy problem songs. It's because they have bad dick. That's what it is.
Knock on wood. Forgive me, it sounds.
I have to say, though, she's done good. You got to give credit where credit is due. Because if you don't know how to throw the pipe, there is absolutely no way in hell your relationship's going to make it. Because at the end of the day, when there's nothing else to make you forgive this person for how stupid and retarded men can be, if they don't have that good dick, there is not that one last thing to hang your hat on for forgiveness. Because if you got good dick at home, you'll probably be able to forgive him for a lot of shit. As long as he ain't sharing it without your knowledge. traviskelce knocking the bottom out of that thing. She don't even have a bottom. She probably has one that shows up for a few hours after from swelling. This girl probably gets tossed around by this gigantic man. And it's funny because, most gigantic men, in my personal experience at 40 years old, don't have, big packages. So, prove me wrong, though, by all means. All right, here we got another funny. The new artist. Oh my God. And I can see the thumbnail and I definitely feel set up for sure. All right, let's check out this lady. Here we go, guys.
See, oh God, so loved the world, he gave his only son. He came as a baby to the earth, Bethlehem his birth. Lay down his life upon a tree to take away all sin. Oh God, so loved the world, he gave.
I will say this. Good for you, Canjo Band, Sharon Luann Riviera. You know what? You give me inspiration, my dear, that you could never be too old to go for your dreams. I love it. Good job. If you need some, free vocal training just for funsies, hit me up. Be fun. Maybe we could do a little collab. The Witch and the Christian. That'd be great, right? To totally a lie, by the way. I'm 5'3", 180 pounds, so I'm packing, just saying. It has been my experience that shorter men are packing. And as long